Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and today we are covering Thaetos 232. And it's not a great bounty hunter. It's not a great model. The nicest thing I can say is that the concept is kind of cool. You know, the fact he's got two heads, and one of them seems to be powering some of his psychic powers, and the other one is as well. It's really sort of cool. It's just a shame that the model is crap. I don't recommend you get this model. If you want to use this unit in game, I certainly don't recommend you do that either, because he costs a lot in game. In fact, he costs more than the massive bloated flesh ball known as Outram 88. Now, granted, this model is an unsanctioned psyker, while Outram 88 is a sanctioned psyker, but in my opinion, I think Outram 88 is much better than this one. I do not recommend you pick up this model. If you want this model because you like the concept of it, you know, him having two heads and everything, then you can easily convert, I say easily, you can convert an Electro Priest, which would look much better than this. I mean, there's not even a 360 view. You can sort of tell this model's really old, but it's the head that puts me off, because it looks like he's wearing a flesh mask over his head. It doesn't actually look like skin, and it's just really oddly done, and it's weird, and not in the fun way, more of a oh god, this model is older than me sort of way. I actually don't know how old this model is. That's the scary thing. But I like the concept though. I think the concept of a psyker with two heads and being this mechanical mess is really cool. It's just that the sculpt lets it down. And even with the admittedly quite good paint job on it, it doesn't save it at all. Also, do you want to see what it looks like unpainted? Good luck putting this together, because it's old resin. Oh boy, putting this together, it must be fun. It must be as fun as smashing your hands in with a hammer. Maybe not that extreme, but still, I just can't recommend this model at all. It's a terrible sculpt. I mean, look at that. Look at that. You got putting all the pipes in and everything will be a massive pain in the ass. You can easily just use an Electro Priest for the same thing if you really wanted to. However, we can have a look at his rules, and they're not great for what you're getting. Let me show you. So, this is the data sheet for Thaetos 232. He is a whopping 285 credits, which is a lot considering that only a couple of bounty hunters surpassed that. You got Bartram III, who is 290 credits, and Frog, who is 320 something credits. But Frog is a giant fuck off Ogren. That's the best ever. Frog's the best bounty hunter. Fight me. But honestly, he's not. This Thaetos is not worth the credits. You are much better using Outram, if you're allowed to use Sanction Psykers, or the Deserter, or just make your own bounty hunter. That's always a choice. You can get your own bounty hunter for 90 credits and put equipment on them for, you know, your own gang as well. Just anything is better than Thaetos. His stats aren't great. Well, I say they aren't great. They're standard stats, really, for a psyker of his caliber. Movement 5, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, toughness and wounds 3, not toughness and wounds 3, toughness and strength 3, wounds 2, initiative 3, attacks 1, leadership 7, cool check 7, willpower 6, intelligence 7. Now, on paper, that might sound pretty average. And then you look into his skills and war gear. So his skills, he's got fearsome, which I understand that more than the Skaven worshipper that I covered yesterday. So, you know, fearsome's quite good. War gear. He's only armed with a respirator. Basically, that means you can shoot him with any gun that's not a gas weapon, and he will die. You can just shoot him with a stub gun, shoot him with a las pistol, shoot him with whatever weapon. He doesn't get a save. I think if you have no armor, you don't get a save. Though I could be wrong. I think the minimum is a 6-up save. I could be wrong. I have to say that now. I could be wrong on that. But I think if you have no armor, then there's no save. That's why many people who run Ogrin gangs don't take armor, because they're toughness 5. And you can't reroll misses. It's not like in regular Warhammer 40k where you pay a command point to spend to reroll dice. That doesn't happen. So having a model that's got no armor, apart from a respirator, is interesting considering how much he is. However, he has got weird powers. Pyromancy, Scouring, we'll get to that in a minute. Maddening Visions, and Levitation. Which... let's get into it, shall we? Because it's not... I'm sorry, I think Scouring is shit. I think as a way of attacks, it's quite bad. Because it's basically, you do a power, and you get a template. It's basically a flame weapon. That's it. It's a flame weapon. You use the flame template, but it's strength 2, damage 1. Strength 2 is crap. It is ridiculously crap, and it does the blaze effect. So you could set someone on fire, but it's strength 2, meaning if you're fighting Goliaths, you're wounding on 6s. Oh dear. At least with like the concussion grenades, they're strength 2, but they do blind the enemy as well. With this, it's just you throw it, you cast it, and you hope to set them on fire. But you have to be quite close. And then you've got Levitation, which I think is quite cool. I do think Levitation is quite cool. You basically, your movement is increased by 3, and you get to ignore all terrain, which is quite good. And also, they can't be pinned. So, you know, that's quite good. And it's a continuous effect, so that's quite nice. And the last one, Maddening Visions. Nearby enemies find themselves... I don't need to read the fluff for it. Until the end phase of the round, make a willpower check for any enemy fighter who ends their turn within 3 inches of the witch. If the check is failed, the fighter is driven insane. So, 2 of these powers you need to be quite close to people to do correctly. And there's nothing stopping someone from just shooting the shit out of him. He has no flak armor, or mesh armor, or even a furnace plate. There's nothing stopping the opposing player from just hosing him down with guns, or flamers, or anything really, apart from gas grenades, because he's got a respirator. So, yeah, you can just lob grenades at him. You don't have to get close to him. In fact, he won't really get close to... I don't understand why he's so crap. I've been wondering why he's so crap. Like, I thought he would at least have flak armor. Like, that's the basic minimum amount of armor I was expecting. Or mesh armor, or maybe an armored undersuit, or maybe just something useful with the respirator to justify the 285 credits. But you can shoot him with anything and he will die. You can shoot and wound him with literally anything, apart from gas weapons. You can use a flamer. I'm pretty sure an Ogrin lobbing a gun at him, like lobbing a... just an Ogrin nicks a stub gun and lobs it at him and it kills him. because he's only got the 2 wounds as well. I just don't understand. I mean, levitation is quite cool as it will allow you to move +3 to movement, so you can move 8 inches. That's quite good. But people will just gun them down. It's not great. The model's crap, and it's not. Is it the worst bounty hunter in the game? I think so. I generally think this might be the worst bounty hunter in the game, unless there is one worse, in which case let me know in the comments down below. I think that this one is the worst bounty hunter in Necromunda. Happy New Year. Honestly, yeah, Happy New Year. I hope you had a lovely year. I had an interesting year. It's been alright, especially with where my channel is concerned. 600 people is a lot of people. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy. Happy New Year. Have a good one. I'll be here tomorrow talking about another bounty hunter or something, because I enjoy talking about bounty hunters and all things Necromunda. So, I'll see you later. Take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now.